Hello all, we are here with Evaluating Expressions, NTI, Day 6. We're going to use order of operations to simplify expressions, and we are also going to use substitution to solve expressions. Go ahead and pull up your Evaluating Expressions Day 6 mod document, which looks like this. Okay. At the top of this page, we have a anchor chart or a chart that will show you all of the hints and tips for using our strategy called GMDOS to solve order of operations in the correct order. My first G is for grouping symbols, and then here's some examples of all the grouping symbols. You could see this line right here is actually a connected line. It's usually not dot, it's just the way the printer worked. I don't know why. We can go ahead and connect that. So it's going to look like that. Okay. Our parentheses, our brackets, and our absolute value bars. And this is our divide bar. The next thing we look for is E is for exponents. Remember that exponents are the little number up here. So 2 is the exponent in this value. And then 5 is the exponent in this value. M and D, notice that the M and the D are side by side. It's multiply or divide. So if you come to a divide symbol first, you're going to do that first. If you come to a multiply symbol first, you're going to do that first. And then here's all of our symbols. There's divide, multiply, and there's the other symbol for multiply there. And then addition and subtraction. Again, they're next to each other. So whatever comes first when you start to the left and move to the right, you'll do addition, or if subtraction comes first, you'll do that first. Okay. So the first couple of problems are simply order of operation problems. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up here, but you'll be able to see all of your document up there. Whoops. I don't know how that happened. We'll see. Sorry, my document is taking a moment to load. Remember, this is a strategy where we learned it where you draw an arrow to the numbers that you're working with, and I'll show you that in just a second here. Not sure why that happened. Let me go ahead and pause so I can edit this out. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. So this is the one that you use this strategy. So let's just go ahead and work through this one. I'll see what I mean. So our first one is GMDOS. You can use your chart above, or I know I taught you to do it like this. I taught you to rewrite G, E, and I'm not sure why my pencil is so big. I need to fix that. M, D, A, S. And so for each problem that you do, you can go through and check to make sure that you've done all your steps in the correct order. Number 1, we have no grouping symbols. I start my pencil to the left, just like we read, and I move to the right, and I see no grouping symbols. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of check off that G, because that tells me that I've done all of my grouping symbols. Now I can move on to the E. E is for exponents. I start at the left, I move to the right, no exponent, no exponent, no, well, look right here. So I have to start with this value first because exponents come next. So I'm going to draw a little arrow. I'm going to try to do it with my pencil. And we do 4 squared, or 4 times 4. So that would be 16. So I'm going to write this out here if I can. There we go. Yeah, it's not working very well. I'm not sure why. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can do something else to help with that. Let me see if I can use this up here to draw, because that would be kind of easier. Okay, let's see if it lets me do here. Okay, good. This works a lot better. Okay, so we said 4 times 4 is 16. Reminder to go ahead and use a calculator if you need to. Okay, if you have a cell phone, you can type it in there. Okay, so we've done our exponent. I'm going to go ahead and copy everything else down as best I can with this pen that I haven't used yet. So I haven't used the 20, I haven't used the plus, haven't used the 8. I'm going to copy that down. Whoops. And then I'm going to copy down that minus sign because I haven't used that yet. Okay, now I start from left to right, and there's no more exponents, so I can go ahead and check the E because I'm done with that. Next, I'm going to look for multiply and or divide, and I'm going to do whatever I come to first. So I've got a plus there and a minus there. My multiply and divide is done. Then we have addition and subtraction. I'm going to start to the left. There's an addition. I'm going to do that first. I get 20 plus 8, which is 28. Okay. I can't do the 8, but yeah, you get it. Then we've got minus 16. Okay. And then we just have a simple problem to do, 28 minus 16, and you can go ahead and finish that out yourself. And then I look and make sure I've got all my addition and subtraction done, so all of that is done. I'm going to go ahead and erase all of this so we can move down to the next problem. Oh, I guess I can't erase it because I did it on the document, and of course I'm learning, so. Okay. So now let's go down here and try one of these. So these are a little different. These have numbers or coefficients, and they have variables. Remember, the variables are letters, so you can see that my two variables in this problem is A and B. Up here in my directions, it tells me what A equals. It says A equals 2. And it tells me what B equals. B equals 4. So then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to substitute. So I'm going to write my 3. And the A is right beside the 3. So there's no operation sign in between the 3 and A. We know that that means that we're going to multiply. Remember, side by side, we multiply. Okay, so that little dot now, remember in 6th grade, means to multiply. Now, I'm going to go up here, I forgot. Oh, A equals 2. So I'm going to replace the A with a 2. So this problem, 3A, is represented right here, 3 times 2. And I also have a plus B. But instead of writing down the B, I'm going to go up to my directions, which is right here. It says B equals 4. So I'm just going to substitute a 4 in for B. Substitute means to replace. So I've replaced this B with a 4. And now from here, you follow the order of operations like we did in number 1, and you solve the problem. Okay, so that will bring you through 4, 5, and 6. One thing to note when you're typing in a problem like this in a calculator like a cell phone, you do have to know the order of operations. If you don't, the cell phone isn't very smart and it won't do it for you. So I'm going to see if I can pull my cell phone up here so I can show you what I mean. Okay, here's my cell phone. Yeah. Remember, if you turn it sideways, it will give you a lot more options to work with. Okay, I'm going to turn mine just like this because we're just multiplying. So let's say that we are going to do 3 plus 6 times 5. Okay, actually it did do the order of operations, so maybe it's a little smarter than I thought. Okay, so you can see 3 plus 6 times 5. Okay, you can see that the calculator in the phone, it did do 6 times 5 first, which is 30. Then it added the 3. So I guess some phones are smart enough to know the order of operations. But if you're using like a regular calculator or something, it may not. So just make sure that you're checking to be sure that it's doing the order of operations for you. That's all I have for evaluating expressions day 6. So if you have any questions after this, please feel free to reach out to one of your teachers and we'll be happy to help you. See you later.